Angel Reese.
So lads, Angel Reese did what everybody expected Angel Reese to do.
Even on jersey retirement day.
Angel Reese didn't just make headlines, she lit a firestorm. On a night designed to honor Candace Parker's legendary jersey retirement, everything should have been about respect, legacy, and celebration. But instead, Reese's actions hijacked the spotlight, flipping what was meant to be a touching tribute into a storm of outrage. The internet erupted instantly, and for once, people aren't just being dramatic.
The players wore these shirts with Candace Parker's number on it, as you can see right here. The 3 on the coach. All of the players wore it, except one, Angel Reese. Candace Parker's a freaking living legend.
Candace Parker isn't just another star, she's the blueprint. Every single player, coach, and staff member wore the same shirt that night, Parker's number boldly shining across the chest like a badge of honor. It wasn't clothing, it was reverence, a unified message that this moment mattered. The Chicago Sky stood shoulder to shoulder to immortalize their icon as her jersey rose into the rafters. But amid the thunderous applause and nostalgia, one figure broke the pattern. And the silence around her choice spoke louder than the cheers.
The finger to Candace Parker during her retirement ceremony. Or not jersey retirement.
Angel Reese refused the tribute shirt. She stepped onto the court in her own black warm-up, standing out as the lone figure who rejected the uniform of respect. In that instant, the celebration shifted, morphing into controversy. Fans split in seconds. Some scorched her for being petty, while others crowned her as bold and unapologetic. But the undeniable truth? Reese's decision yanked the spotlight away from Parker's honor and placed it firmly on herself.
Honestly, you look at her body, you look at her ability to get up and down the floor, and I don't think it's just on the offensive end, I think it's on the defensive end as well.
She was listed like 10 players, and she put her as the same tier as Brink, and then said she has a potential to be an S tier player. Like, she literally said, during...
This wasn't just a careless fashion choice. It was the boiling point of something deeper. Reese and Parker's history has been simmering quietly for months. Parker isn't just a retired player. She's a 2-time champion, a finals MVP, the face who delivered Chicago its first ever title. When she speaks, the league listens. So when she released her player rankings, everyone leaned in. Reese found her name in the mix, alongside solid young talents like Cameron Brink, with Parker labeling her a promising prospect, even hinting at MVP potential. But there was a catch waiting to sting.
That Angel Reese was not going to celebrate Candace Parker. Why? Because I shit you not, Candace Parker said that Angel Reese is not as good as Paige Bueckers.
Because Parker didn't place Reese with the game's elite. There was no Paige Bueckers, no Aya Wilson. And while it wasn't meant as disrespect for a fiery competitor like Reese, those rankings cut sharper than words ever should. Then came social media. Clips got sliced, quotes twisted, context erased. Suddenly the narrative wasn't Parker offering analysis, it was Parker doubting Reese entirely. What began as rankings turned into rage bait, and Reese was right in the eye of the storm.
Online, and then she started retweeting like personal shit about Candace Parker as well. Like, she started retweeting like, oh, Candace is just jealous of Angel that she stole her vet and all this.
And that's when the tension exploded into shade. Reese didn't hold back. She started liking, retweeting, and amplifying posts that tore into Parker, some accusing jealousy, others mocking Parker's own career. The conversation stopped sounding like basketball talk and started dripping with something personal, raw, and messy. Fans, of course, devoured every ounce of the drama. But beneath the chaos, one question lingered. Was this the start of a rivalry that could define an era?
Angel Reese being super petty with Candace Parker on her jersey retirement in Chicago, man. This was wild. Angel Reese is not rocking with
By the time jersey retirement night finally arrived, the stage was set like a grand theater production. The shirts were ready, the speeches written, and the Sky stood united in tribute, except for one figure, Angel Reese. In her own gear, unapologetically separate, she made her stance crystal clear without saying a single word. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't quiet. Her silent defiance screamed louder than any tweet ever could. Fans were stunned. Critics called it flat-out disrespect. And for the league, it was the perfect storm of pride, drama, and chaos on a night meant only for love. But the ripple effect was just beginning.
She literally said that Angel Reese has the potential to be an MVP. Literally, and apparently, all the shade started from her saying, and I
Here's the twist. Candace Parker's words weren't even that harsh. During the broadcast, she openly praised Rese's frame, her athleticism, her boundless ceiling. There was no venom, no malice, just respect. But in sports, it's not always about what's said, it's about how it's felt. Rese clearly absorbed it as doubt, as a shot at her future. Pride, competitiveness, and the wildfire of social media turned a tribute night into a battle of perception. Rese's silent choice echoed like a statement game. I don't buy your praise. And suddenly, the story wasn't just about jerseys. It was about a rivalry being born in real time.
Caitlin Clark's gone out of her way to celebrate went out of her way to celebrate Cheryl Swoops. And Cheryl Swoops not only didn't said that Caitlin Clark wasn't that good at basketball. She lost.
Moments like this almost never happen. Ceremonies are supposed to rise above all the noise. Respect is the unspoken rule. Even Caitlin Clark, who's had legends question her entire career, still offers praise to those who doubted her. Cheryl Swoops once dismissed Clark outright with claims that proved false, yet Clark still spoke with grace. That's the tradition. You honor those who came before you, even when it stings. Which is exactly why Rese's defiance cuts so deep. She broke the unwritten code, flipping the script entirely. And that's why the fallout felt seismic.
And I mean, say what you want. This is the pettiest shit I've ever seen. This is the pettiest shit I've ever seen.
Meanwhile, Parker herself never clapped back. On that very broadcast, she didn't spit shade. She showered Rese with compliments. Her athleticism, her motor, her limitless ceiling. But then came the lesson wrapped inside the praise. Being a first option isn't the same as being talented. It's relentless, it's unforgiving, and it weighs heavier than any rebound or stat line. Rese had the spotlight, but Parker's calm words hinted at a truth she'd learned the hard way. And Rese's reaction proved she wasn't ready to let that lesson slide quietly.
I'm sorry, Candace Parker was right about her assessment on Angel Reese. Is that Angel Reese, if is a hell of a third option and is not a good first option.
Because being a first option means carrying the weight every single night. And despite Rese's monster numbers, like those 17 rebounds that shattered Tina Charles's record for double-doubles, Chicago still keeps losing. Parker's point wasn't cruel, it was accurate. If Rese is your third best player, you're a contender. If she's your first, the cracks start showing. Did she overreact? Maybe. Or maybe Rese is simply wired differently, an athlete who transforms every critique into combat. What we saw that night wasn't compliance. It was resistance. And whether it came across as petty or powerful, it commanded headlines and turned a routine ceremony into the story of the year.
15 rebounds. She had 6 of them right there, though. One more time.
That's the paradox of Angel Reese. She's polarizing to her core. Love her or hate her, ignoring her is impossible. That black warm-up top was more than clothing. It was a manifesto. I see you. I hear you. And I don't agree. Was it petty pride or fierce defiance? The answer almost doesn't matter. Because while she posted 10 points and 17 rebounds, breaking Tina Charles's milestone with her 20th double-double, it was the shirt that defined the night. The Sky still lost, her efficiency wavered, and yet the conversation never touched her stats. It was about the protest, about the audacity, and maybe, just maybe, about the dawn of her villain era. Whether history calls it a mistake or a masterstroke, one thing's certain, it was unforgettable. And this story isn't over yet.